Hey guys, Tabu here, and I will be discussing pretty much when you solve a layer on a Skewb and you have the corners orientated, but you need to swap the edges. So, like for example, like this, when you have one layer solved and then you have the edges to work with. The first case is a U-perm. So you recognize it by seeing that these two, this corner and this edge are opposite from each other. And then these two are adjacent, these two are adjacent. So this is probably the easiest algorithm. So there will be a tutorial in the description on how to do a sledgehammer, because you really need to know these for all, like pretty much all these algs. So you do a sledgehammer, just look in the description. You do a Y2 to where you have these two meet up and do another sledge. So you can execute this really fast. It's probably the most fun to do, and it's the easiest to finger trick. So yeah. One case is a H-perm where you have everything, the corners and edges are opposite on all sides, and you'd hold it like this, and I think of this as a 3x3, so I'd do like, so this layer right here, I do an R, and then while my hand's like this, I do a U prime, do the exact same thing again, so R U prime, and then I'd, where this finger is gonna be the left, and these two thumbs are pretty much what the layers I'm going to be focusing on, and then I'm going to move this down, and then move this down with it, and I'll do that 2 times. So pretty much it's a R prime L. So pretty much it's R U prime, R U prime, rotate it here, R prime L, R prime L, and yeah, should solve the H prime. And doing it fast would look like this. That's not that good, but you get the idea. The third and probably the hardest of all these is the Z-perm. And so first you hold it to where pretty much you don't want to put it to where these two are adjacent and these two are adjacent. You want to have it where two like different colors are adjacent, like this. And what you want to do is you want to do an R, so move this layer up. And I don't want, an easy way to remember this is, if you notice on the 3x3, you obviously know the insert R, U prime, R prime. So that's what I usually like think of. So I do R, like this up, and then I flick this with like a U prime, and I do an R prime. And then I regrip, and I bring this down so it'd be like a U. And then I focus it over here, and I do L, R, L prime, R. So then again, it's R, L prime, U prime, L, U, then L, R, L prime, R, R. And doing it fast would look like, it's not that good, but yeah. So this case is where these 3 centers need to be cycled, and I recognize it by this center needing to go on top to match its corners. So how I do this is I'd rotate it like this. And what I do is I do a U prime, and while I do that U prime, I'm going to follow these 3 corners in the center. So I'd follow it, so I do a U prime, I'd follow it, and then I'd do a Z prime, sorry, it took a while, and then you do a U perm, and then you'd finish it off, so you have your hand already placed there, so you can just move it down. The second to last case is where these 2 centers need to swap and these 2 centers need to swap. So you would hold it like this, and you would do sort of an F prime. Like think of it as a 3x3. This would be the F face. So you do F prime. Then you do 2 sledges, and then you'd insert this corner by doing 3/4 of a sledge. So like that. So. The other case of this 3 cycle is where this center needs to go on top here. So you'd start it off the same by doing a U prime, but you wouldn't follow this, and instead you'd focus on what color this corner is. It'd be green, so you'd do the U prime, and then you see this is green, this is green. It's always going to be right here, so you can just do a U prime, rotate it to where that same corner correlates with the center, and then you do a Z prime I mean, and then you do a U perm like the last one, and then you sort of do like a B with your left hand. You drag this down, and that's how you do it for that case. The second to last case is where these 2 centers need to swap and these 2 centers need to swap. So you would hold it like this, and you would do sort of an F prime. Like think of it as a 3x3. This would be the F face. So you do F prime. Then you do 2 sledges, and then you'd insert this corner by doing 3/4 of a sledge. So like that. So. The last case is where these 2 centers need to swap and these 2 centers need to swap. You'd hold it like this, and instead of doing an F prime, you'd do an F like this, and then you do 3 sledges, and then you would finish it off with just connecting this corner. So doing that fast would look something like this. So see them, and it's kind of hard, but here is one extra case that I couldn't really find a efficient way to do this. It's where these 2 swap, and this is like a U-perm. So the best way I could find it is just like acting like this is a U-perm, doing the U-perm, and then forms another U-perm. So it'd just be 2 U-perms. So I couldn't find a way to. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this made it easier to find these algs, and hope you guys got faster from learning these. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.